Hey guys, this is our presentation about the major project that we had to do in this unit of Advanced Management Accounting, and we had to do an in-depth research on one of the small businesses, and it had like 10 to 14, 12 employees, so a small business. The business that we chose to do our research on was Golden Oven Bakery. It's situated in Campbell in Canberra. We'll just first introduce ourselves. I'm Tahseen, I'm from Bangladesh.
Hi guys, I'm Sanjay, I'm from Nepal.
I'm Nabeel, I'm from Pakistan.
Hi, my name is Himal. I'm from Nepal. Regarding my assignment, we are supposed to do the depth analysis regarding the customer profitability, pricing decision, and the competitor analysis. And we were supposed to select a small business organization that was located around your surroundings. And the major thing that we have collected the data from there is the secondary data sources of data. Like we have went to gathered the data from the websites. Even though we are not satisfied with those data, and we personally went to the Campbell in the bakery shops and personally asked the managers and the employee for collecting the data. And there are the major factors that need to be considered while the depth analysis. Those were like customer profitability analysis, pricing decision analysis, and the four corner analysis and the competitor analysis. Regarding the service and related cost analysis, the business organization has considered the various kinds of direct costs, direct materials, the labor costs in order to determine the prices of the business organization. For example, I would like to give you a short examples like a business organization has the direct labor of $5, then there is a fixed expenses of $10, then there is a total cost of $15 in total. Then the company wants to set a certain markup profit. For example, the company wants to set up 25% markup profit, and its total cost is $25. And that $25 is the amount that they are going to give that to the customer, so that the customer are willing to pay that $25, and that $5 is the profit for the business organization. In this way, the business organization has set up the prices in order to determine the pricing decision of the business organization. Whereas the Golden Oven business organization has some time and does the analysis regarding the customer demand as well. Sometimes the customer demand is higher. In that situation, the Golden Oven business organization has put the price very high. And sometimes when the business organization has lower demand, then they have normally kept the prices very low. I think that's not the fair price. It's not the suitable measures. Now my friend Nabil is going to explain some of the major techniques of the pricing decisions.
So as Himal here was discussing on the selling price of the product, I'm going to elaborate a bit more on this. For any company it sets up a selling price for its product, that is the price that it wants its product to be sold. We evaluate this price on the basis of two cost methods. One of them is the cost plus pricing method, and the other one is the value-added pricing method. Distinguishing both of them, we first talk about the cost plus pricing method. It is the total cost that is incurred on the product, and it mainly consists of three items. That is the direct material, direct labor, and factory overheads. Tahseen here would probably like to give his insights on the direct labor.
Yeah, thanks, Nabil. For labor, I would talk about like labor is for me, and it's mostly generally concerned about like the main important thing in any business. Doesn't matter whether it's a small business or a large business. Labor is something you have to consider at any business you want, even it's personal or like large companies like Apple or anything you talk about. Even when you talk about government bodies, like even they have to think about labor. Like for example, from my personal experience, I can say like I work at Pizza. I'm a manager over there, and when I have to do the roster and everything, I have to think about how can I use the maximum output from labors with rostering minimum people. So how can I make the most out of the people in hand that I have, considering the labor cost as well? So labor, I think, especially for businesses like this who have a low budget, whose revenue is not as high as the other renowned companies in the world, they have to be very, very cautious about how they use their labor. And yeah, back to Nabil.
So yeah, that was a brief description on the labor aspect. So moving on, we're now going to discuss about the value-added pricing method, which is used to generate more revenue for the business. Unfortunately, our bakery does not use this pricing method. But to elaborate more on this, it is what makes the customer attraction a bit more, and it is actually the price what the customer is willing to pay against the product. If we take an example here, we take example of all the Turkish restaurants that are located in different areas in Canberra. The one that is located in Yarralamla distinguishes itself using this value-added pricing method, and this is how that it sells its product in the same price which the other restaurants do. But the difference here is that it gives the product as the customer likes. Like it makes the quantity matters, and Tahseen here is going to elaborate a bit more on competitive analysis, I guess.
That's four-corner analysis, no worries.
Sorry.
Yep, so there's a big part of this assignment which consists of the four-corner analysis. This is something done by the world-renowned Michael Porter. He's known for his pestle and other analysis as well. Talking about four-corner analysis, just by the name, you can say, you know, four-corner, it means it has four different parts, four different dimensions. And the dimensions would be drivers, strategies, capabilities, and management assumptions. Now, coming to drivers, what does drivers mean? Drivers means like those means which keep a business going, which keep the owners and the main the top owners, like the director of heads, them going for with their company, and they have financial goals to fulfill. Traditions, which is a big part when you talk about sole traders or small family businesses, they tend to hold their tradition generation after generation after generation. They open up a business and it keeps going on and on. This is something which they hold very personally, very closely to their heart, and they don't want to give up. So this is something that keeps driving them with their business. Then there's business philosophy of different companies have different. For example, Golden Oven, they can think about matching their standards to the higher quality, higher end bakery shops like situated in Civic and other places. And then the next one is strategies. And strategies comes when how it creates value, how a business creates value among others, and what areas do need improvement. That's what we think about when we talk about strategies. In the four-corner analysis, it also recommends the businesses to consider the relationship with the businesses developed. Like, for example, social media implementation. Nowadays, all the new social media apps like Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook are getting popular and popular, especially among the young generation, and they tend to follow it. Anything new comes up and they're like, oh yeah, let's go there, let's do that. Like for example, the Food Bakery in Fishwick, they're highly into it. They always keep posting their new items and menu and everything on Instagram and Snapchat, and young people, young generation, they're very interested in it, and they feel like, all right, this is one good thing that we can go about. And so I personally think, and we have in our assignment discussed that a business like Golden Oven Bakery, they can do something like this, which is pretty innovative and which is actually a demand of the current business environment. Moving on, the capabilities. In the capabilities, it's mainly related to financial strengths, like how far can this business go? If they're making $5 million now, can they make $20 million next year? It's pretty unrealistic, but it's good to be optimistic as well. And then patents and copyrights as well. Over here, I'll talk about one company which is you might have seen on the roads and anywhere, especially at the signals, you'd see Jim's Cleaning. Jim was a guy who just started a cleaning business, and then he thought, okay, hey, why not franchising it? And he franchised it. And now it's the leading cleaning company in Australia. They have moved to gardening and mowing and other stuff as well. So who would have thought that someone can actually, make a franchisee out of a cleaning company? So small businesses like Golden Oven Bakery, they can also think about that. Yeah, they should have to be optimistic. They can think that, all right, we can hit the mark as well. We can be as good as them. We can do something like this. So these are the capabilities and the opportunities that lie. And in four-corner analysis, we also look at these, like what can a business do. And moving on would be the fourth dimension of four-corner analysis, which is management assumptions. It basically deals with the other competitors, like what they're doing, how they're achieving their goals, how they're getting success, and then thinking about their own organizational value as well. Every company has a principle, has a motto. Alright, this is what our aim is. We want to serve the customers good. We want to make this profit and all that. Keeping in mind that the other competitors, they are doing this way, and this is how they're making money. This is what their image to the other people, to their customer is, and these assumptions have to be made by the CEO or the main leads of the company. So like Golden River Bakery, their owner and their main workers, their main manager, they can think about, all right, this is what we're doing, this is what we can do better, and this is what the other company like the Fruit Bakery or any other bakery are doing, and we can follow them or we can do even better. So these are the things with the management assumptions, which is the last segment of the four-corner analysis they talk about. And moving on, then it comes the customer profitability analysis, and Sanjay will take over and explain to you guys.
Thank you very much, my friend Tahseen. Hello. I'm going to talk about today customer probability analysis. So how Golden Oven Bakery undertakes the customer probability analysis to for their business. So especially they use two major management tools. It's called ABC and JIT. So ABC, activity-based costing, and JIT, just in time. So ABC method always, first of all, they identify the cost and then they will allocate that cost. And here our bakery use this ABC. So from this ABC, what sort of benefit they are finding and what sort of activity they are going to do. First, they will identify the activities. After that, they will costing the activities, and they will selecting the drivers. What sort of driver they want to use? For example, it's a batch system or unit system. So after that, they will allocate the cost of the activities of that product. So this is the way they are using the activity-based costing. Before the activity-based costing, they are using traditional method costing. So after using the traditional ABC, there is a huge difference for the profit. The next one is JIT. So JIT is a just-in-time system. So which is invented in the Japan, and its main motto is to reduce the inventory. So when the customer will ask you to make something, and they're gonna make. So this is the system where our bakery is used in this in its company. So some of the benefit of using the ABC is it's give a new way of planning and controlling. So they can control their cost and they can control their all the product as well. The next one is the JIT system. So what are the benefit of the JIT system is inventory reduction, and the next one is a labor cost reduction. So and the third one is work in progress stock reduction, and the last is quality improvement. So if you use the JIT system in any company or anywhere, so there is the quality improvement as well. The next thing is like this bakery company use the four types of customer as well. They categorize their customer in the four types. So one of them is platinum, second one is gold, and third one is iron, and last one is lead. So the customer who is in the platinum is more profitable. The second one is platinum is golden is profitable, and iron is low profitable and desirable, but the lead one is the unprofitable and undesirable. So from this way, Golden Oven Bakery categorize their customer, and they have a really good production skill, and they get a very good success as well. So the next slides. Oh, okay. So in the conclusion, what I want to say, so we discussed about customer property analysis, pricing decision analysis, competitor analysis, labor cost, and competitor as well. So what we can say in the last is the customer property analysis of Golden Oven Bakery is conducted by the use of ABC and JIT, so that they get a success in their business. So that's our research.
In this way, we have done a small survey regarding the business organization. Thank you for listening our main presentation. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.